Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. Here I am Saurabh from class 10th A, presented here to present the presentation of English. Welcome to my presentation. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my English teacher and our principal for providing me with the golden opportunity to complete this wonderful project. And I would like also to thank my parents and friends for their assistance in completing this project within the time constraint. This presentation is structured as follows. In my presentation, I will focus on the four topics. First, Nelson Mandela. Second, the ball poem. Third, analytical paragraph. And fourth, the letter writing. First, Nelson Mandela. He was a black nationalist and the first black president of South Africa. In 1993, he and de Klerk were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace. In the early 1990s, his negotiation with South African President F. W. de Klerk helped end the apartheid system of racial segregation in the country and ushered in a peaceful transition to majority rule. It is the introduction of Nelson Mandela, also known as African Gandhi. Born on July 18, 1918 in Maviso, South Africa and died on December 5, 2013 in Johannesburg, South Africa, and awarded Nobel Prize in 1993. Freedom for racism is the central theme of the lesson Nelson Mandela A Long Walk to Freedom. It is an excerpt from the autobiography of Nelson Mandela, who was the first black president of South Africa. At those times, white-skinned people were rule of the country and life was hell for the blacks. Many people struggled for their rights and Mandela calls citizen the basic asset of any country. The summary of A Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela is all about the struggle of freedom of South Africa. On May 10, 1994, Nelson Mandela has taken the vow as the president of South Africa and therefore it was becoming a newborn democratic country. Nelson Mandela took the oath as the first black president. Many dignitaries from different countries had come to be a part of the most significant day. In his speech, Mandela thanked all those dignitaries. Mandela assured his countrymen that his country would never ever experience the same suppression of one by another. Democracy had been established in South Africa and as a result a government of no discrimination was established. The message of the poem is the brave man is not the one who does not feel afraid, but he is the one who conquers that fear. Mandela said that every man has his duty towards his country and community also. I will focus on the ball poem that is written by John Allen McAlpin Berryman, who was born on 25 October 1914 and died on January 7, 1972. Was an American poet and scholar. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of the 20th century and is considered a key figure in the conventional school of poetry. His best known work is the Dream Songs. This poem is about losing something which we love and then learning to grow up. It is about a little boy who, in his young life for the first time, is learning what it is like to experience grief after the loss of a much beloved possession, which is here his ball. Summary of poem. Once a boy was playing with his ball. It was bouncing in the street up and down. The boy was happily enjoying the game. While bouncing, suddenly it fell in the water and was lost. Without the ball, the boy became full of grief. The poet said and that there were other balls. He could purchase another since it was not a great loss. There was no need to worry, since the boy had that ball for a long time, so he was deeply grieved due to his attachment with it. It was linked to his memories. The poet thinks that it is of no use to purchase another ball. He must feel his responsibility of the loss. The message of the ball poem is that we get things in our life which become a part of our life. We feel that they will always remain with us. Thus we form an attachment with them. However, a day comes when the things is no more with us. At such a situation, we feel depressed and hopeless. According to the poet, losing our possessions is a harsh reality of our life on the earth. We cannot get away from it. Hence, we have to face such a situation and then try to move on. Third topic is analytical paragraph. It is an introduction. The analytical paragraph is a form of descriptive writing used to explain a given chart, graph, data, table, etc. It requires analyzing and comparing the given data, facts, and coming up with a conclusion on the given data. Some tips are there. Carefully analyze the provided information. Try to comprehend the literal and surface meaning of the data given. The fact and data should be accurate. Follow a sequential and logical pattern while writing the content. Use simple and liquid language. It is a sample of analytical paragraph. And fourth heading is letter writing. Introduction. A letter writing is a written message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. It is usually sent to the recipient via mail or post in an envelope. Although this is not a requirement as such, any message that is transferred via post is a letter, a written conversation between two parties. Some tips are there. Be concise. State the purpose of your formal letter in the first paragraph and don't veer off the subject. Use an appropriate tone. Proofread. Use the proper format of the letter also. And it is also a sample of letter. And thank you. Have a nice day.